screen.
Okay, so I'm going to make you a co-host now.
Okay.
I can see 2 LEDs.
So yeah, the one
you're speaking with.
Yeah, no, not the one I'm speaking with. The other one.
Okay.
That's the one I'm going to be sharing screen from.
You'll be able to share it now, sir.
Yes, I think I can. Nice.
All right.
Okay, guys, just 1 minute of housekeeping and we'll be good to go. Okay, guys, can you guys hear me? Can you see me? So I just turned on my video and I want to know if you guys can see me.
Yes, we can.
Awesome.
Ground.
Awesome. Okay, nice to be here. Yeah, like everything that could go wrong almost has gone wrong, but my God does not flop. And if you guys, yeah, and I for you guys, so I know you're gonna have a great time. And I'm seeing some familiar faces, apparently, and names. And yeah, so I'm excited to see a lot of my people here also. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. Let me share my screen. So I'm using a screen for the presentation and everything. Let me make this full screen. Good to go. Okay, looks good. Nice. So, positioning for global opportunities in tech. And basically what I'm going to be trying to do is I'm going to be showing you what I currently do, but how I would do it again if I was given the chance to start again. So, okay, you guys can see my slides fine. So about me, I'm sure, I don't know, maybe a bio or a profile was read before, but just a little about me. I'm the founder of Search Tag. Search Tag is a mobile application that helps you stay top of mind or come to mind when your contacts need to refer someone with skills like yours. So for you, you're a product manager. So when your contacts are looking at, oh, who is a product manager or who does this, Search Tag is what that should come to mind. And it's an amazing one. Imagine you get stranded and maybe you're trying to, enter a bank. There's a queue and you're like, who do I know that works at GT Bank? Many times we have people, but we don't remember at the time we need them. So that's where Search Tag comes into play. And yeah, it's going to be launching next month. I've been working on it for a bit. So that's one of the things about me. I'm also the Chief Technology Officer at TDR Brand, the CTO. So we've worked with over 50 startups to help them launch, build their products. So I'm that tech bro. And if you can see my screen, you see something I wrote in Christ, and that means I'm a Christian. And yeah, my faith plays a lot in all I do. A lot of people don't know that Christians are, so when you say someone is a Nigerian, it means it's from Nigeria. When you see someone that's from Ghana, you say he's a Ghanaian. If from Romania, he's a Romanian. So when you see someone that is in Christ, he's a Christian. And so Christian, that's where Christian is from. Yet, so it plays a huge part in my life, my purpose, and everything. So I'm going to be trying to share as much as possible, but also stick to the time, because this platform these are my people. I remember when Gladys told me about this, I was like, you have all my support. So I made sure I'm coming with all guns blazing. So I'm an entrepreneur. I'm also a coach. I help people that struggle with sexual addictions. I struggled with an addiction to pornography for 2 years, and God helped me through, and I help people out of it. It's called, I have a program called Root Cause. So I'm a coach, a YouTuber. I have a YouTube channel. Oh yeah. Someone said, this tech we're turning this class into a testimony of faith. Yeah, that's my life. I'm a product designer and web designer. And one of the biggest privileges of my life, I am a husband and I'm also a father. And yeah, this is a sneak peek of my people. Okay, so quick fun exercise, and I'll need 2 volunteers. So I need 2 people hopefully a guy and a lady, and I'll need you guys to unmute. So if you think you are cool, you think you could think fast on your feet, I'd like you to volunteer yourself. Anybody? So I need somebody, anybody. 2 people. So you could just unmute your mic and just say, I'm down. Anybody? Won't be able to move forward, guys. It's super important.
You guys should not fall my hand now.
Okay, I see Olushola.
Yes, sir.
Sholakwe. We need to find out. Make sure to ask a question. But are you upright?
Yes, I'm raising my hand up.
Okay, thank you, Sholakwe. I can call you Sholakwe, right?
Yes, of course.
Awesome. One more person. Somebody. Anybody. Okay, Odetine Emmanuel. Awesome. Emmanuel, thank you. I think one more person raised their hand, but let's just work with Emmanuel and Shola. Okay, great. So what I want us, it's an exercise that would help our mindset. And in the end, you'll see where we're going to. Okay, see this picture, yeah? So hopefully if you have a biro and a paper or something by your side, it would be nice to have it because I would like you to write some things down. And everyone, please engage with this exercise because it will literally change your life. So look at this image. I'll be showing a few images. And what comes to mind when you think about these images? So maybe 2 things that come to mind when you think about these images. I would like you to write 2, 3 things that come to mind. It doesn't have to be a word. It can be a sentence. Just your feeling when you look at these images. So this is the first one. This is traffic. So you are not looking at this traffic. You are in this traffic. So write 2, 3 things that just come to mind when you think about this image. So a comment. Okay, so you've gotten it. Let me. What comes to mind when you see this picture? What could have happened? And how can you feel about it? I'm seeing some people dropping some comments. I'm loving it. Next one. This one is people in Lagos. If you stayed in Lagos, you might have PTSD by seeing this one. Emmanuel, I'm hoping you're with us too.
Yeah, I am.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, let me go to the next one. This one is for Niger. It's for my Nigerian people. So what comes to mind when you see this? Make up connection. Okay, so do we have our answers?
Yeah.
So to be more precise, this last image is actually the guy coming to cut the line. Just for more precision. So we'll go back to the answers and I'll be hearing your thoughts on this. So Sholakwe, what came to mind when you saw this one?
Okay, there are like 3 major lines of the traffic. There are yellow buses on one side, majority, and time wasted or time waste.
Time wasted. Okay, I think I like that. Time wasted, and you looked at the arrangement of the buses. Nice. Emmanuel.
Stress.
Stress.
The working class in the city. Yeah, because there are a lot of private cars. Public transport.
Yeah.
Then I put commuters also.
Commuters. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Okay, I like that. Stress, commuters, working class.
Yeah.
Working class people will come for you. Okay, nice one. Next one, Sholakwe, your take.
Sad emotion of wasted ice cream, first of all. And then, I don't know, the color of the ice cream, brown. And then stones, I don't know, it looks like beach stones-ish or gravel stones. Yeah, I think.
Okay, so wasted. A wasted ice cream. Okay, Mano.
So first word, pain.
Pain.
Yeah. Second word, let's say wasted money also. And the third one, yeah, brown, the color of the ice cream and the cone.
Okay, great ones. Next. Sholakwe, what comes to mind?
Broken screen, of course. Money or the cost to fix it. And I think sad, sad. Yeah, that you have to
emotionally sad, that what?
That you have to fix it or that you cannot use the car at the moment.
Okay, nice. Imano.
Fear. Unplanned expense and robbery.
Nice. Those are good ones. Okay, final one.
Okay, wires. Safety of the electrician and electricity, I guess.
So what's the last one? I didn't hear the last one.
Electricity, like just lights.
Can you say the 3 again?
Whatever sense. Safety. And electricity. Because you said the guy is coming to cut the lights.
Yes.
So.
Okay, nice. So Emmanuel.
Chaos. Then repair. Before you said it was coming to cut the light, I felt like repair was on the line.
Yeah.
That was repair. Then disorder. I think that goes along with chaos also.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this definitely I like the emotions that came with all of this. So let me go to the next part. So in life, yeah, we have events, we have we have reactions, and we have outcomes. Events happen in life. But how we react can determine how the outcome can be. So what I want us to do right now, and there's a reason why I did this. I remember when I entered tech, by the time I found out how much opportunities are here, I felt like I had lost. I felt like I came to the party too late. But in the end, I was able to see the beauty in it. And the fact that I'm even on this call is a testimony to that. So a different reaction to life to an event, to a bad thing that happened, can lead to a completely different outcome in your life. Okay, and so what I want us to do now, just a quick second also, I would like us, this one will take a little more thinking. I would like you to go through the same images and tell me the things that come to mind in a positive. How can this image be positive? How can it be positive to you?
Okay, I think for the first one, I could decide to read a book in the time that I'm spending on the road. So
I like that. Emmanuel.
Engage in meaningful conversations with one person, so that sales can happen also. A number of people are making money, even though this kind of thing is happening. So yeah.
Amazing. You can read the book, you can make deals, you can strike up conversations. You can even just see that people are living different lives. You know, how people respond to stress. That is a different outcome. Someone said, it teach me patience and orderliness. Amazing. So let's look at the second one. What comes to mind?
I honestly don't know.
Okay.
Honestly...
No problem. Emmanuel.
I can get another ice cream.
Okay.
I can check what happened, what made it fall, and adjust and make sure it doesn't happen again. Learn from the situation that led to the ice cream falling down.
Yeah, so Clement said it could have caused me tummy ache. You don't know what God saved you from. Someone said, I've run this test before and this exercise before, and someone said, well, you know, it has freed me from some calories that I've gotten. Someone said, food for dog. Maybe a dog has not eaten ice cream in a long while. Free food for dog. And you see the kind of beauty that can come out from a sad situation. This one might be tough for you, but let's give it a shot. What comes to mind?
For me, firstly, I don't know. I'll just think of what really happened. Why I didn't maybe say like an example of robberies, because it could have been my mistake breaking the screen. So yeah, I wouldn't blame it on anyone, honestly. So I don't know.
Well, now I need a positive.
Positive.
Someone said cool cash for the repairer.
Oh no, like I could have lost my life, or I could have been injured if
That's a great
I
one.
was, yeah.
That's a great one. Emmanuel.
First is the opportunity to get a better window for the car.
Okay, I like your pattern. Nice. Literally, because you find out that if you've lost a phone before, maybe someone stole your phone, you find out that the next time you're likely getting a phone, it's likely even better.
Yeah.
You know, so life can throw you lemons. Like they say, you can make lemonade out of it. So the final one, Sholapi, what comes to mind?
I don't know. Untangled. Let me see.
A positive thing that can come out of maybe NEPA coming to cut your line.
Positive thing. I don't know. I don't know. A positive thing.
NEPA will not cut your light. Okay, Emmanuel.
Okay. I think first I can proceed to go into the NEPA office and then make one or two friends and make sure it never happens again. Probably a misunderstanding. That was why they cut my light in the first place. I'll be able to buy a solar panel. So even though they never put my light again, if there's no light, I still have power. So yeah.
I like that. You can even resort to a solar panel also, you know, and even when they bring the light, you know, you're fine. Now you have a solar panel.
Yeah.
Someone in the last exercise when I ran it, the person said, it helps me to plan my life. Literally, so that I make plans that by the time I know the light comes like this, I will use it well. So it helps you plan. someone in the comment section said something interesting. Muturan said something. It reduces the time wasted on something. I didn't remember. But literally, that's what it does. And Sholakbe, I like, even the fact that he couldn't come up with this, I understand. Because that's how heartbreaking these things can be. But I want us to look at the positive in things. You know, a lot of these this question be, so, you know, they say that, you know, it's their location. I don't have a network of people. I don't have a good portfolio. I've not done a lot of work. You know, I've not had the privilege to work in a lot of companies. So I can't land those big jobs. I'm in Nigeria. I don't have time. I'm married. You know, things that could literally limit you. I don't have the resources. I don't have the right team. I don't have a great self-esteem. I don't know how to strike up conversations. You know, so what is that thing that is limiting you? The point is, I want you guys to just look at your life and change the way you look at things, and the things you look at will begin to change. And that's the mindset I would like us to have as we go into this. So let me start on my story now. So Cholakwe and Emmanuel, thank you so much, guys. You guys were good. What's the word?
Yeah.
Great participants. Thank you guys so much. So I'm going to go straight into it now. And how I got into tech. I finished from school in 2015. I went to Coventry University, and when I finished, I had an extra semester. And that's why I said, like, a lot of things, events and how we look at things. Because the first company I started, I met my two co-founders in that extra semester. And the company is called Kennel Pride. It grew to be a very big company. We had stores it was related to dogs. You know, we provided, you know, services that had to do with dogs and dog owners, you know, and the company grew, was one of the top ones in Nigeria here. And we were able to expand to Ghana. We were able to expand to Abuja, Lagos, Ibadan, Port Harcourt. And that happened in a semester that was tough for me, you know, because everybody had finished school, my guys had finished, but it worked out, you know. And we finished school, we also started a digital agency. So we're doing designs and marketing for a lot of companies. And we're making good money. And I was the web designer. But I didn't know I was a tech bro, because I was just doing it to make money. Tech bro was not a thing. It was not glamorous then. We're just making money out of it, you know. So in 2021, like the ending of 2021, I know these guys. If you guys can see my slide, Mr. and Mrs. IBK, these are very good friends of ours. Mr. IBK is a music minister, and he came to my house. They were both in my house one time, and we're just talking, and I asked him, how's business going? You know, he's also a producer. He produces songs for a lot of popular artists in Nigeria. And I asked him, what is he up to? And he said he is the music director and the choir director for a church in the US. And so this was a little after COVID. And I'm like, how is that even possible? You're the music director for a church in the US. How? And he said, well, business was not coming as much again. And he just decided to check Indeed. And he saw a few job openings. And he applied. And they interviewed him. And they asked if he had all that he needed. You know, and he met the criteria. And he said he was making a lot of money. And I was like, that's crazy. You're here in Nigeria. So what happened was they were processing his visa. But while they were waiting for his visa to be processed and everything, he would record worship sessions in his studio, and he will send it to them, and they will play it on the screen for the service. And it was very powerful. You know, people were always blessed by his ministration. And they asked, they said, Eni, what are you up to? What are you doing? And I said, well, you know, I'm still helping people design website for my company and different things like that. And they said, you can start making money in foreign currency. You can start making a lot of more money because you're a developer, you're a designer. And I was like, you know, what's that about? You know, and they said, they just opened Indeed. And they said, you are not a junior developer, you are not a junior designer. But let's look at how much a junior developer makes per hour in the US. And we did a quick search. And I would like you guys to follow through because these are the things that literally changed my life. And that was about $15 per hour. So $15 per hour is how much like a typical junior developer makes. In a day, maybe there are there's an 8-hour, work time. In a day, a junior developer makes $120. I said, okay, $120. Let's convert it now. If we convert it with the naira now and dollar, that is 90,000 naira. In what? A day. I was like, no, this is banana. Like, this is crazy. You mean someone out there, maybe even in Nigeria, is making 90K per day? That is somebody's monthly salary, literally. And I said, okay, this is mad. So I said, let's multiply this for a week. So what does that look like? That would be 90,000 times 5. That is 450,000 in a week. That's like 4 months salary. I'm like, no, this is crazy money. I couldn't believe it. Like for the first time, my eyes were open to how much people actually make. And I said, okay, let me kill myself. Let me multiply it for a month. So I multiply it times 4. That is 4.8 million naira. And I was like, this is crazy. You mean I have these skills, but I'm not just working with a foreign company? And that's why I mentioned the things we did, the exercise we did, because a lot of us are doing this course, this product management course, but we don't see ourselves making that money. And that's why I want us to remove those limiting beliefs. Whatever is making you think every other person has, you can have and you likely already have. And you can literally be making 4.8 million in a month. And I would like you to think about it. Begin to visualize yourself like that. They don't have 2 heads, like our parents will say. And this is a favorite quote of mine. Pursuit is proof of desire. When I heard this thing, I'm like, I must jump on this train and I must make this amount of money because I have the skills. And pursuit is proof of desire. What this means is your desire for something is shown in how much you pursue it. Beyonce says, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. If you like it, then you put a ring on it. You know that song? And it means that if you like me well enough, put a ring on it. The proof that you really want me is that you're putting a ring on it. A lot of people say, I hate Nigeria, I'm tired of Nigeria, blah, 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 blah. And you are still there, not doing anything. You are not tired, sir. A proof that you're tired is that I will see you maybe applying to schools. A proof that you're tired is you are making steps in the right direction. So a proof that you want to be a global talent is I'm going to be seeing it in your daily moves. So now let's jump into it. So this one, anytime I give this talk, it's most times just tech in general. But I try to do it in terms of product management because there are PMs here. So steps to global positioning. And this one is simple. And I remember when Gladys also was really looking into this thing, I remember sharing this thing with her. Research, but not just research. Conduct smart research. So maybe after this call, what I would like you to do is look at the top three companies or 4 companies you like to work at. Look at their job description, their PM job descriptions. And look at commonalities. If they say, okay, you must be proficient in using Jira, you must be proficient in using Figma, you must know how to do user research, you must know how to do this. Look for those common things and highlight them. And you begin to see that there are things. Then once you do that smart research, dedicate time to learning. And I encourage, and I give you guys big ups. Everyone that is on this call, there are literally 45 people on this call. Even the fact that you are on this program shows that you are making efforts. But now I'd like you to, after you get those things, those commonalities, give yourself time. 3 to 6 months is a good amount of time. Give it to learning all those things. So maybe you take the first month, you say you want to master how to run sprints. You want to just be aware of, because as PMs, that role is, I feel PMs don't get paid enough because they literally are almost in every aspect of the company. So you must be vast. As a developer, you are just coding. Though you are doing a lot of more things, but that is your focus. But a PM is learning how to interact with a developer. That means you must understand their world. You are interacting with users. You must understand what they need. You are interacting with stakeholders. You are bringing all of that together. Take the time to learn. How much can you do in a year? This is a picture of a before and after of a particular guy. And this was 1 year. A lot can happen in a year. A lot of people will be like, oh, maybe if I do this program, maybe I can't do this program or a particular program. A year will still come. So you might as well exert yourself and be better off. So this is another interesting part. Volunteer and build experience. See, you are starting off, volunteer. You look for people that have startups here, there, and just say, man, let me be a part of what you're doing. Understand the world of product, because doing this course, this product tech program, without exerting yourself, is like learning how to cook by watching Food Network. You have to get into the game. You have to see how it's done. So volunteer, go for events. Don't go for too much events so that you won't feel like you're making progress, but you are not. Understand times and seasons. Build the experience and show your work. As you are building the experience, literally turn your LinkedIn, turn your WhatsApp, turn your Instagram to a portfolio of some sort. Let them see track record. A lot of people don't like people seeing that, oh, I'm not yet there, I'm not that good. Show it. Show it. Be visible. Show your achievement. Imagine you sign up for a fellowship or a program and you get awarded a certificate. Show it. Let people see it. Let people also see your progress. Empower your friends with the knowledge that they need to talk about you. Some people don't know you are good. You might be good, but your friends don't know that you are actually a good PM. Talk about it. Talk about your experience. Talk about how you were able to help manage a project. You were able to get it to scale. Talk about it. From my experience, fast and quality job referrals, especially in the working with all these guys in the US, come from colleagues. I remember one of the jobs I did, was with a company in Seattle. Literally, this guy worked with them. He was their UX guy. And they said, oh, we are looking for a person that, that can help us on our YouTube channel. So the person must have had a YouTube channel and has experience in designing thumbnails. And he said, oh, I know somebody. I know the right person. And they just reached out to me and they said, oh, please, can you show me a portfolio of some of the work? I mean, I had not done, YouTube thumbnails for a lot of people, apart from my channel and maybe one or two. So I just collated it. And as God will have it, I sent it to them, and the lady was just blown. She was like, this is what we need. Your design is just the style we need. And you came highly recommended. Man, it was on a Friday. I resumed work on a Monday, literally. I was working 2 to 3 hours in a week, and I was earning about like $100 per thumbnail. And so in a month, at least, that's if it's not more than one thumbnail. There will be variations. In a month, I was working about 8 hours and I was getting about $400. And I'm trying to mention this number so that it is possible. I worked with them for over a year. I worked on some of their videos. They grew to like 2 million views, 1.5 million views. And I have the experience now. I can, if I'm going to another company, I've done this thing for people, But the guy was only able to refer me because he had seen the work I had done. So build a track record online. This next one, build a strong portfolio. For a designer, we all know what this is. For many roles, they know what it is. But a product manager, what does this really look like? How do you show a portfolio? It's literally your word against theirs. Okay, I did this. But now, a mindset I would like you to think about is, how can they know that you have what it takes without running a mock test, without running a simulation, without doing some tests? I just showed someone a portfolio and they hired me. How can they know you have what it takes without running a mock test? How would they look at maybe your portfolio, your website or something and be like, this is a PM I want to work with? Because, in quotes, your work is not a work that is visual, you can show like that. Because most of it is internal. And I highlighted 4 things that I believe you can work on. Experience in managing and building products. If you're able to show that you've worked with this company, that company, this one, that one, you built this, and I'll talk about building products in a bit. You've done this. People, it is easy. This person has experience. She's not a newbie. He's not a newbie. Thought leadership is the next thing. Like I said, talk about it. Maybe you should have a YouTube channel. You should talk about your work. Help newbies. You guys that have done maybe a few months into this program, share with people that have no idea what it takes to be a PM. Talk about it. Thought leadership. Let people know that, like even by just watching a video or two about the way you think, I'm like, this person is the kind of person you need. Niche. This is another important one. This is weird because how product managers niche was super important. And I wrote e.g. copywriter. Think about a copywriter for a second. You know what a copywriter is? People that write for, websites and all those things. And most times I've hired copywriters. When you ask copywriters, send me your portfolio, guess what they will do? They will send you a body of work that they've done. Maybe they worked with a zoo. Maybe they worked with maybe a church. They've worked with different places. I'm a fintech company. I don't know if that is good work. I don't know if that is good writing because it's not applicable to me. It's not relative to me. But if the person came, maybe I'm a fintech company, and I see writings in tech, I will know that, oh no, this is the kind of article I'm looking for because I can relate to it. So as you are building your experience, also begin to look at maybe things that you're interested in and begin to see how you can also niche. As a starter, niching might be tough, but you can niche. So that once the people that need you see you, they will recognize you. Testimonials are also great. Once you've worked with people, just get them to say one or two things. Maybe testimonials don't have to be, oh, send me a testimonial. Let there just be a place you can go back to your work or something you did for a person. And they said, man, great job here. Your work has caused this increase in our downloads, this one, something, anything like that. Testimonial, share it. These are the things that I feel and the things I look for when we're looking to hire a product manager. I want to see their experience. I want to see their thought leadership. I want to see if they knew what it takes to manage a product like our own. And I want to see that people also are saying that they're doing a great work. These things might look little, but they are very powerful. Build and launch products. A lot of people are product managers and they focus on all the manager part, but with no product. Build products. There is no founder that was part of the whole process of building an app and launching it that I can, don't let me say 100%, but I can say that 60% cannot do a PM role because it's hands-on. It's hands-on. So build projects. There are companies and even investors that will literally not hire you or give you money because they feel like you are just, you have a certificate, all these things can, they are not proof that you have what it takes. But if you say, oh man, I built this, check this out. I scaled this, check this out. The best PMs have their skin in the game. Be inquisitive. What makes good products? Read books. I don't want to spend too much time because we already used some time already. Next part, join communities. This was one part that I messed up in my early days. Like I didn't even know I was a tech bro. But join communities. There's a community. Just check Propel the community. It's all they do is this particular through this link, you can see communities. And I know you guys are already in one already, so this is a great one. But join communities because a lot of jobs flow in communities. So join communities. They have a list of top communities that you can join. Work purposefully. I know a lot of us are just looking. I know exactly. Someone said they found product 10 scholarship in a community. So work purposefully. That's the next one. Don't just take any job. And I'm also giving you things to think about when you are 2 years in, 3 years in. Don't just take any job. Work in places that you really want to see the product do well. It's like you work in a company that the product is relevant. It's not like, so someone like me, not a big fan of crypto, not a big fan of blockchain and all those things. Or even website products that I'm not really interested in. In my company, we've turned down some products. Like, I don't really believe in where this thing is going. Some I'm wrong. I'm not 100% right. But sometimes it's good to know what you don't want to do. It's good to know. A lot of people just take jobs. Oh, okay, job. But because what happens is you might have worked in 4 or 5 companies, and the only thing to look back on is the money you made there. It's not the impact, because you are just doing it to do the work, to make that money. You get, but you're working purposefully, choosing companies purposefully, choosing industries purposefully, after a while, you'll be able to say, oh, I have a track record of this, I'll be able to do this. So work purposefully. Be intentional about your career path. Don't just get a job. Have a career. This is the last part. I want to talk about one or two things on the reason why people don't land foreign jobs. Location. Guys, location is one of the biggest things. And let me share this. Before I landed my first 2 jobs, I submitted over 200 applications. And 200 might sound 200, but you know what 200 is? 200 is 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what 10 is? You know how an application is. Resume, the ones that have submit cover letter, those ones are even the most happy. You now submit cover letter. Some you might even do some test of some sort. So 10 times 10. 2 times, making it 200. So just know that that's a lot of applications. But the truth is, I'm sure 70% of them was just as a result of I was not in their location. I remember one. As I finished the application like this and I submitted it, in like 2 minutes, I got an unfortunate visa. You can't work with us. I'm like, it's just 2 minutes. You've not checked it now. It's almost like how have you? But a lot of them have algorithms that once you are not in our country, they will say it's remote everywhere, but it's remote where they are. That's what they need. They're just whining. So location, even for people that are there, and I would like you to think about this, and that's why I said pursuit is a proof of desire. Because I was seeing, unfortunately, I grew thick skin. I said, I will land. I say I will make this 4.8 million per month. And so, because when you think about location, it means they didn't find somebody with the amount of salary they want to pay in their country for them to look outside. So location, don't think too much about it. Many times you get, unfortunately, messages. It's not because you're not great, it's just location. Especially with our beautiful country. Okay. Next one, quality of work. And we've talked about this a little. Make your work the best. Showcase your work. The third one is unrealistic and unrelatable portfolios. And like I said, we talked about this. If I can't relate with your portfolio, I don't know what great work is. So even if you can work in a few places, and maybe when you're sending a CV and you curate your CV in a way that it is perfect for that industry. Have a portfolio site. Please try. Have a website about you. A lot of us are not visible. I might write your name now and I won't find anything. But a website of yours is you are able to highlight your best self. Have a portfolio site, invest in it. Or just a personal website. And stay top of mind. Stay top of mind. Keep sharing. Share your work. Like I said, the best recommendations are from people, your guys. And funny enough, a lot of companies in the US and all these places are looking to hire people. But because of the reputation our country has, it's tough. But when they have someone in their company and they're like, hey, we need another person for this role. If you come to mind, it's easy. This part, you submit applications, but in the end, it's worth it. I think that's everything I have in this session. Okay, yeah, that's it. So thank you guys. Hope you're able to pick a thing or two. And yeah, if you have, I don't know if we have time for questions, but if you have, happy to answer.
MD. Okay, guys, backstory. Myself and MD attend the same church, and I was like music director for a long time. Thank you so much, sir. Even
My pleasure.
And you will see in your DM, I must build on my portfolio site. After almost 5 years in tech, the portfolio site.
Can you imagine?
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you. That was really, really insightful. I love your approach towards delivering the webinar. I love how engaging it was from the beginning. And I love how you said what you would do better, because you're not just giving us fabu, you're giving us what you walk through and how you are able to, pull through and, restructure things. And, you are giving us what we should now do better in our own career path and not make maybe the mistakes that you made or in any way. I really, really thank you so much. Please,
my pleasure. Thank you.
Can you drop your...
Thank you, guys. I'm seeing a lot of thank yous.
Yeah, I feel grateful. Can you just drop your LinkedIn profile, like the LinkedIn profile? Don't worry, you will hear from us. I trust my community people. They are going to write about this event, and please ensure that you also tag him. It is Enioluwa Odunjo on LinkedIn. I'm sure he's going to drop his LinkedIn profile in the chat box. But please ensure that you showcase this event. Let us know what you learned. Remember that showcasing your career journey was one of the major points that I spoke about. Yeah. So thank you so much. Now we're just going to move to the question and answer part. I think I can see some hands up. Mr. Anthony, you can unmute. And any other person that wants to ask any questions, please do so. Hello. You're muted, ensure that your background is not noisy. Please, you can just drop your question in the chat box, because we have to record.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you a little.
Okay. Yeah, so thank you for the wonderful opportunity. I learned a lot. The question I want to ask is multiple roles or multiple, if as a person I'm doing multiple things. So in school, I studied engineering, and I'm currently working in an engineering role. So I have that on my LinkedIn. I'm an engineer, oil and gas, and I'm doing that. And also I have a personal company that we build products, and I'm a product manager. So I'm hoping to, I'm currently building products. I'm a product manager. I'm learning and I'm doing stuff, and I'm putting product in the market. But I'm a bit confused because my LinkedIn is showing, okay, oil and gas engineer, and it's showing product manager also. So I don't know if I should separate them, like one LinkedIn for engineering, one LinkedIn for product manager, or I can still keep it together because I have multiple experience showing the products I've done, that's products I've built, and also my engineering experience on the same LinkedIn. So I don't know if I'll be confusing people with that. So yeah, that's my question. Yes, thank you.
Nice. So I have a follow-up question. Are you still into the oil, or you are focusing on product management now? Okay, I can't hear you.
Yes, I heard you. I'm still in the oil sector. I'm still working there presently, but that is like that's person work, right?
Yeah.
So my own work is product management. That's what I want to build. Though I've not been able to build myself to be strong enough to get an actual role in a company, but at least I'm building products for people. I built platforms, and they are in the market making some money. So it's working, right? So, but I still lack that touch of a real work environment, because all I'm doing is my idea, working with teams and all that. But I know if I ever get a job working in a proper environment, it would change my perspective. But anytime I'm putting my LinkedIn on my CV, I'm just shaking my head now. When these people will see this thing, like, would they look at this boy? Is it for even serious? So I don't know.
Okay. No, I won't suggest to. We are, everything that we are currently is, how do I explain this? I want you to negate your experience in that, because you'll be surprised that it's maybe your experience in that space or in some space that make you the preferred choice. I remember landing a job once, and the only reason I landed that job was because I had experience, totally unrelated space, in a particular space. So, but now let me put this. When you're applying for certain jobs, highlight what the goal, or when you're setting up your LinkedIn, highlight the one you want to be known for the season that you are in. Let that be forefront. Let it be clear on who I am. Because most times, if you're trying to reach everybody, you end up reaching nobody. So try to know the one you are gunning for in the season you are in. Let that shine through. But maybe in one part like this, just say, I'm this and that and that. So yeah, I don't know if that helps.
Yeah, I think I got the message. I got the message.
You're welcome.
All right, MD, I just
thank you for.
I just want to chip in for Mr. Anthony that I wouldn't say neglect your engineering background, because even as product managers, certain soft skills that you probably have gathered on your engineering role, like ability to collaborate with cross-functional teams, ability to, stakeholder management, project management, budgeting, sticking to deadlines. All these are soft skills that they would look out for to have in a product manager. So even if you've not worked in a company per se as a product manager, you can show these soft skills. Someone might be willing to give you a chance. And another one I would like to say is, like MD rightly pointed out, there might be a tech company that is into oil and gas. And because of your technical expertise in the oil and gas sector, that will give you an edge over a product manager that is a generalist. So I would say, rather than apply to all type of jobs, look for jobs that are somehow related to their background, and where you will be able to stand out and apply to them. Also showcase your soft skills on other roles that you worked on. So that's what I just want to add.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
All right, Mr. Anthony. MD, another question in the chat box for you, sir.
Okay.
Udoka, please pardon me if I didn't pronounce that well. He or she said, can a product manager freelance? If yes, how?
Can you freelance? So I wish I could ask what they mean by freelance, but as a freelancer, yeah, I don't. There's nothing stopping you. So it means you are an independent contractor. It means you are not, in quotes, full time in a company. You get to, yeah, you definitely can freelance. You'll be surprised that check Fiverr, check Upwork, and you'll be surprised that you see some of these roles being looked for. Yeah, so yeah, you definitely can freelance. But I wish I could understand what made you ask that. But yeah.
Yeah, I believe you can definitely freelance. I think I remember at a point in my career too, when I was, that point, MD, when you're trying to really establish yourself as an expert, and you just take on a lot of projects. lots of them were actually unpaid, but you just need that technical experience. Yeah. I was also a freelance. I worked on contract projects with a lot of people, both nationally and internationally. So it's a two-way thing. Maybe at the beginning of your career where you feel like, oh, you just need that experience, you can freelance, yeah. And maybe when you eventually get to that level where you can stand on your own and maybe accept projects, turn down projects, you can also freelance. So I mean, MD is a freelancer morning. So yeah, I think that's the other question that we have. I don't know if anyone else has any other question. Guys, do we have any? Okay, Joshua Kayode, you can please unmute yourself.
Hi, Gladys.
Hi,
everyone. Hi, NED. Did I pronounce it well?
Yeah.
Thank you for the inspirational words you've given us this evening. I mean, I learned a lot from your speech. Also, you give us a little bit of introduction on your family and, your wife and all, and that was interesting. A question now is, I have this, there's a word for it, it's called like imposter syndrome, right? I actually have my area of specialization, that's my niche, it's product design, right? So I have this imposter syndrome, even though I have a degree that specializes in design, or I still have this, should I say, this setback that I don't want to share my my learnings, or I'm not fit for this role, or I'm just pretending to be someone I'm not. So how do we overcome that in tech? Tech is a very vast, career. It demands a lot. I mean, you have to be updated with latest industry trends and stuff like that. So how do we overcome that imposter syndrome? Don't mind me, I'm just coming from the gym. That's why I'm beating so fast.
So if I get a question, you're asking the imposter syndrome that limits you from sharing your work.
Yeah, and sometimes when you want to put up for a job or you want to take up a contract, I have this thought or feeling that will tell me that I can't do this, right? So maybe I'm not just fit for this role, or maybe I can't deliver under pressure. I can't, you understand?
Yeah.
So how do we overcome that, or how do we boost our self-esteem in terms of in tech generally?
Nice. Okay, I get a question now. Really, the same thing that you feel might disqualify you is the same thing that can qualify you. And that sounds motivational, but it's the truth, because I know people that I'm clearly better than. You are clearly better than. They're the ones working in Spotify. They're the ones working in Wise or one of the big companies in Meta. But if they put two of you together, like, you trash that person. So I'm a strong believer that you shouldn't let imposter syndrome is not really a thing, because it just means you've not seen yourself step into whatever position or role that you see. You get, and the only way to kill imposter syndrome is to do it. Is to continue, is to race against fear. Whatever you think is that big thing, go for it. You'll be surprised that is a little thing. But the second part is that be the best. If you enter a conversation with me, I'll tell you I'm likely the best product designer that you know. I'm likely the best web designer. I'll tell you I'm the best web designer you know, because I appreciate my process. I appreciate the amount of work I do in creating, the amount of research I do in delivering So me, I don't know about you, but I respect my own process, and I know I'm one of the best. So I remember many times. I remember a particular interview I went for all the stages. I had like 4 interviews. I got to an assignment, a test stage. I submitted, and all of a sudden I just got a random email that you give somebody that missed it from the first stage. And I'm like, this must be a mistake. And I reached out to them that, I got this cannot be me. And they said, no, this is for you. This is your rejection email. Like, you didn't meet it. And I was like, I said, and the mindset I have, and I feel you should have, especially if you know you are good, is their loss. It literally is their loss. They've lost one of the best people that has one of the best processes, that cares about products doing well, that cares about, they lost is their loss. So when you come to that mindset that you are one of the best, and the truth is you are better than a lot of people that, are getting results that you feel you are worthy of, imposter syndrome dies. At least that's how I tackled it. So yeah. Please feel free to share your work.
That was good.
You're welcome, man.
All right. I think another chance for anyone that has any question. This will probably be the last. Anybody? I think I would love to ask MD, it's so hard for me to call you MD. I don't think I've ever called you.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm MD. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
So I just want to ask here for people that are I'm so sorry about the background. Yeah. So for people that are maybe just starting out again, maybe they've built some experience and they're like, oh, I want to transition into tech now. And it seems like they have to start all over again. Some people might even have to make sacrifices, settle for lesser pays. They are in that learning season. They're in that season that seems like there's so much stillness. It feels like there's not so much progress happening, because it happens to us. Yeah, I'm sure that you know about my season too, when it was like that for me, sir. And you're one of the people that God really used. So for anyone that is on this call or that will be listening to this, in the future, when you are in that season, what word of encouragement would you have for them? Yeah.
So I like clarifying so that I can give you the right answer. The season of waiting. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
So I'm not sure I completely got the full question. Please, can you say it one more time?
Okay, so
the shortest version. I
meant for young professionals that are maybe transitioning, not just young professionals, because I'm sure they are adults here, and they have to go to that season where they are learning. They have to keep applying for jobs. It doesn't feel like things are really happening on the outside, and it's really frustrating, to be honest. It's so frustrating to keep going. So what word of encouragement would you just like to give people like that?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I get now. I think it's one I've already shared. Pursuit is the proof of desire. But now I think the question you're asking is, what if this pursuit is not pursuing?
Exactly.
You have to keep going. That's what I have to say. Day 1, hit the ground running. Day 2, keep running, because you have to keep running. But that on a serious note, I feel the desire. You fall down, you get tired, you see limitations, things stopping you. And I think the hope I have for that person is that the desire is strong enough. We all face different setbacks. For me, I remember when I wanted to get married. It wasn't, my in-laws are amazing. Not everyone has that. Some people, it's literally a battle with in-laws. But because you battle that fight, doesn't mean, you say, well, I'm not doing it again because of the in-laws. But because you love the person that you want to be with, whatever needs to happen must happen. So what I would just say is spark up that desire more. Expose yourself to it, so that desire doesn't die. The moment you begin to lose sight of whatever that desire is, because of setbacks, you will get tired. But anytime you get to that point, just reignite that fire. So that's what I feel can help. Or that's what I do.
Yeah, I think I love quotes, and the quotes that you gave at the beginning, pursuit being the evidence of desire. Yeah, the proof of desire. Yeah, if you really want something, guys, you will go for it. I mean, when you said you applied for 200 jobs, I was like, what? Hey, I'm sure you lost count at some point, honestly. But guys, just stay there. I always tell our students, we always have some motivational things, like talks. Yeah, just stay there. Yeah, stay there and keep pursuing. Yeah, so the opportunity will come and it will meet you prepared. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You keep applying, you keep building that knowledge. When the opportunity comes, it will meet you prepared. So I think that brings us to the end of today's webinar. Thank you so much, my big brother. Thank you so much for an amazing partner. I don't know if you guys can see my DP. That's in there because we are using his paid Zoom account. His paid Zoom account to be using for all our classes, guys.
Cover my eyes.
Just help me appreciate NED in the chat box. He's always there for me, for us at Product. Without collecting. Thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure, sis.
Blessings that are beyond money. God will surround you with them. Thank you so much, everyone, for showing up.
Thanks, guys.
Part 1 members, you have just one extra week to finish up your assessment. If you have assessment that you're owing, you have just 1 week. For 2 members, our next class will be next weekend. So this week will be like a webinar week. Just say like midterm, yeah. So our classes will be continuing next week. We're going to be having a class on agile methodologies. Anybody who was one can testify that our agile methodology class was really amazing. So guys, don't miss out. Ensure that you attend class. Yeah, Course 1 members, our virtual graduation party is coming up soon. We're going to be having the head of product at State Border in Uganda joining us. Yeah, I'm just giving you teaser so that you ensure that you don't miss your graduation party. Do you get it? So thank you so much, everyone, for joining the call. Have an amazing week. Enjoy your public holiday for those of us that have public holiday. Bye, everybody. Bye.